The Dodgers are getting closer and closer to signing Roki Sasaki as the days continue to go by. We get into all that in this edition of Dodgers Digest. Hey, this is Mike Nelson. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. I want to thank the 28% of you, the ones who are watching these videos, who have already hit the subscribe button, but 71% of you have not subscribed yet. You know, myself, Brad J, we're bringing you everyday Dodger content, even in the middle of the offseason. The boys in blue don't play for another couple months, but we're still bringing you everyday Dodger content. You're not going to find it like this anywhere else on YouTube. We're the best Dodger channel out there, so make sure to hit the subscribe button. Let's get right into it. Roki Sasaki has informed several teams that they are out of the running. This is absolutely music to the ears of Dodger fans across the world. Roki Sasaki tells teams he is not going to be playing for them, and this, of course, leads to speculation that the Dodgers are getting closer. The Yankees have been told that right-hander Roki Sasaki will not be signing with the team. This was reported by Jack Curry of the Yes Network. This was, of course, the second team that was told that would not be signing Sasaki. The San Francisco Giants were also told, the hated Giants, that they would not be signing Sasaki. Also, just hours ago, this was reported just hours ago, Giants and Yankees are out in the Roki Sasaki sweepstakes. Also, Andy Martino of SNY reports that the Mets aren't expected to sign him either, but it's unclear. At this time, it was unclear if they had been given a clear down, kind of like the Giants and Yankees, because basically the Giants and Yankees, they got a clear no, right? Clear no at this time. And, of course, also reported that Sasaki met with San Diego. That's not great news for us, but hopefully the Dodgers are still at the top. And also, Sasaki met with the Blue Jays. So at this time, it's down between the Dodgers, the Padres, and the Blue Jays, right? It's those three teams, three teams that are still trying to sign Sasaki and have not been told no yet by Sasaki and his agent, right? Now, minutes later, the Mets were informed that they would not be signing. Sasaki kind of got that no answer that the Giants and Yankees had first gotten. This was reported by Joel Sherman in the New York Post. And then, minutes later, the Texas Rangers were informed that they would not be signing Sasaki, right? The Diamondbacks never even got a meeting. I guess Sasaki was like, nope, I ain't going to no Arizona. It's way too hot there. I am not going to triple, temperatures all year, all season long. It's basically over 100 degrees in Arizona, right? So Sasaki was like, nope, I ain't going to that hell on earth. But anyway, the Dodgers, San Diego, and Blue Jays are basically the three teams that are still involved after this latest development. This was reported. The D-backs report was reported by John Gambadaro of Arizona Sports, 98.7 Phoenix. And then, just to confirm, the Giants GM, Zach Manassian, was told the press that Roki Sasaki would not be the destination for this upcoming 2025 season. Roki is not going to San Francisco, which is obviously great to hear as us Dodger fans. We did not want to see Sasaki going to the rival Giants, right? So that is obviously good news, to say the least. But now we got to get into what's going on now with Sasaki, and he's got three teams. So what do you guys think? Comment below. Do you guys think the Dodgers are favored among San Diego, Toronto, and LA, right? It's those three teams that Sasaki is most likely going to sign with. At least it looks, he's already told these teams no. So, yeah, it's going to be one of those three. So, out of those three, are the Dodgers favored? Are they really that favored as we originally thought, right? Is this a done deal? Is there some sort of verbal agreement between the Dodgers and Sasaki? Are all these meetings basically just, he's just doing these, but not really with his mind, he's got his mind set on LA? It's hard to know. It's really hard to know exactly what is going through the mind of Sasaki, right? At this point, I think Sasaki is a pitcher that a lot of teams still want, right? I think, any team would want to have him. Got to remember that 20 teams met with Sasaki way back when this whole thing kind of started. But, he's definitely narrowed it down. That's clearly the case. He has narrowed down his choices, by letting these teams know that he doesn't want to go there. He just doesn't want to go play for these teams. I'm a little bit surprised that the Yankees were kind of pushed out this early. I thought he would kind of give a second look to the Yankees, considering, they just went to the World Series. They're the Yankees. I guess not. I guess Sasaki wants the most. Now I'm a little bit surprised, though. I don't know what you guys think, but I'm a bit surprised with the Blue Jays. Toronto, it's really far from Japan, Toronto, Canada. The taxes are higher. It's not like he's getting an exorbitant amount. But I don't know. Is there some sort of endorsement deal that he's being guaranteed out there that's trying to get him to get out there, that's just convincing him to potentially think about going to Toronto, kind of like how Ohtani, right? Ohtani was seriously considering Toronto as a destination. Basically came down between Toronto and LA, and of course, as we know, Ohtani never got on that plane to Toronto, right? So, and he signed with us. Which will forever be a story. But Sasaki is a pitcher that I think Toronto would really want. And personally, I just cannot. I think they want him more than he wants to go there. I think it's between San Diego and LA. It has to be. I think it's come down between San Diego and LA, and it's gonna. San Diego's got the Yu Darvish, card that they're gonna play. And the Dodgers got Ohtani and Yamamoto. Because I think at the end of the day, sure, players were not part of the initial meetings. That's what was reported. Remember that was reported like a lot early on, right? Like that Sasaki didn't want any meeting. Sasaki didn't want any players at the initial meeting, right? But I think that's at the end of the day, I think that's going to play a big role in Sasaki's decision. What players are at this roster? What players are part of that roster, right? And in the case of the Dodgers, they have the best player in baseball in Shohei Ohtani, right? And they have, of course, arguably, one of the best Japanese pitchers at this time, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. So you cannot, those two guys are going to be very important in trying to convince Sasaki to come to LA. They have to be. They have to be important at the end of the day. Sure, it's the money. Sure, it's the endorsements. That's going to be obviously also important. But, I think San Diego is going to offer it, endorsement as well. They're gonna offer, the money is not really something that teams can go too crazy on because it's limited, right, by the pool money. So I think the Dodgers got to be the destination for Sasaki. I think the players that the Dodgers have are going to be the determining factor at the end of the day. I think that's going to be very important in Sasaki's decision. At the end of the day, it's his decision, right, where he goes. But I think that those factors are important. And the Yankees, Mets, Rangers, Giants simply didn't have any players that were going to convince Sasaki to come over. So they all got to know. Let's hope for the best. Sasaki going to be a Dodger hopefully in the next few days. As always, make sure to subscribe. And let's go Dodgers. Woo!